Hi, English 115. It's Mrs. Williams. I want to talk to you about your English 115 speeches and assignments. So you have 3 speeches for this class. You have an informative speech, a persuasive speech, and a special occasion speech. And the first speech is an informative speech. And you have an informative speech worksheet that is due this Friday. And it's not fillable, so you can just put the answers in a Word doc and submit that to Moodle. And I want you to think about, what are you passionate and what are you knowledgeable? These are the 2 things that make a good speech. If you present a speech that is passionate and knowledgeable, you'll get a good grade. Because if you look at the rubric on Moodle, you'll see that the rest of those things will come through. Your passion will come through on the delivery, and your knowledge will come through on the content. So I really want you to think about those 2 things when you select a topic. And I also sent you some ideas for topics to help you. And when you have your introduction, there are 4 things you need to accomplish, right? Because you have introduction, a body, and conclusion, just like a paper. And the introduction first gain the audience's attention. So you can do that with a quote, a story, a statistic. These are all very popular ways to grab the audience's attention. And then you need to tell us the purpose of your speech. Is the purpose to inform your audience about yoga? And then say, my purpose is to inform you about yoga today. And then the third thing is establish your credibility. What makes you credible to speak on yoga? Are you taking courses to become a yoga instructor? Have you been practicing yoga for 3-4 years? So you tell us what makes you credible to speak on that topic. And then the last thing you want to do in your introduction is preview the main points. And I get a lot of questions on this because it is on the outline, and students like, what does it mean to preview the main points? Well, you just tell us what you're going to talk about. Are you going to talk about yoga poses and yoga breathing? Then tell us that that's what the speech is. And then you go into the body. And that's the easy part, right? So if you have 2, 3, 4 main points, you tell us, that's where you give all of your interesting details and stories and examples, just as you would in a paper. And then you have the conclusion. The easiest way to conclude a speech is just to come back up to the introduction. So if you started with a story or a quote or a question, you can remind us of that and then bring it to a psychological close. A lot of students will give a great speech and then they just sort of fizzle out on the conclusion. So be sure you have a strong conclusion, and you can just restate the main points of your body, and that'll help bring the audience to a close. And if you have any questions, please let me know. Thanks, guys.